Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Baker, Executive Director of the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators, and I'm so happy to welcome you to the Golden Kite Awards. This is a chance to celebrate important and wonderful books created by SCBWI members. This celebration is open to all, so please feel free to share it right now. Go ahead with anyone in your life who loves books for young readers. The Golden Kites started way back in 1973 by SCBWI's founders, Lynn Oliver and Steve Mooser. And because of their hard work and care for children's book creators, the Golden Kites have been going strong, recognizing excellence in children's literature for 53 years. And it's just really incredible to think about the number of people this award has touched over the past 5 decades. Tonight also kicks off SCBWI's virtual winter conference. That's happening all day tomorrow, February 7th, with video replays of the entire conference available all the way through March 15th. And if you haven't grabbed your tickets yet, there's still time, and we would love to have you join us there. We're on a new platform tonight called AirMeet. Hope you enjoy it. And if you need tech guidance, there's an attendee guide in the top menu, but you probably won't have any problems. And you can also watch this live on YouTube. So we have lots to do. We have a lot of great books and book creators to celebrate. So let's get started. Please help me with your reactions. Help me welcome our Golden Kite Awards host, SCBWI's Board of Directors President, Laurent Lynn.
Thank you, Sarah. It's very exciting, well, evening, who knows what it is where you all are, but it's a very exciting time. We're excited to be here. Thank you. And as Sarah said, welcome to the 53rd Annual SCBWI Golden Kite Awards. It is my honor and joy to be your host this evening. It's evening here in New York, where I am, but it could be morning, afternoon, middle of the night, wherever you are. We are so happy you're here with us having your coffee, afternoon tea, cocktail, maybe. I guess that doesn't depend on the time of day. Or midnight snack, maybe all the above, maybe not. Because we are live and we are global. The Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators has over 20,000 members around the world. And we are so excited to celebrate you and the important stories you are writing and illustrating, as well as the entire world of children's literature. And tonight, morning, afternoon, you got it, we will specifically be celebrating those literary works judged as finalists and also be revealing the winners of the Golden Kites. As I said, we are live. As Sarah mentioned, the Golden Kite Awards were founded in 1973 and stand as the premier children's literary award judged exclusively by peers, making these awards truly unique in the world of children's literature. With over 1,000 books submitted annually by SCBWI members, the Golden Kite Awards recognize outstanding achievement in 7 categories, and you'll be hearing all of these tonight. Picture book text, picture book illustration, nonfiction text for younger readers, nonfiction text for older readers, middle grade fiction, illustrated books for older readers, which includes fiction, nonfiction graphic novels, and illustrated books for middle grade and young adult, and young adult fiction. And we will also be recognizing the winners of the Sid Fleischman Award for Humor. Thank goodness for humor. The Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators Golden Kite Awards and Sid Fleischman Award celebrate the best in children's storytelling, honoring excellence, creativity, and inspiration across genres and age groups. This year's finalists include stories that make us laugh, sit on the edge of our seats, shock us, embrace us, and allow us to behold the wonder of magic, both imagined and real. And one thing they all have in common is our connections to the communities around us, which now more than ever is so important. I can't wait for you to hear more about the finalists. Each category main winner receives a prize of $2,500, while honor recipients are awarded $500. All winning books will be included in a press release as well as announced on the SCBWI website and social media channels. We're going to spread the word about you. Congratulations to all the finalists, as well as all of you who entered your books. Entering a book that you created and crafted with your heart and soul takes courage and dedication, and we celebrate that as well. At this part of the ceremony, we had planned to invite a big name celebrity to read the guidelines and rules of the Golden Kite Awards, overseen by the accounting firm of Eeyore, Piglet, and Pooh. First, we reached out to Miss Piggy because, well, Miss Piggy, I mean, that says it all. But evidently, she doesn't read any book that doesn't star her as the main character. Plus, her legs were in the warehouse and couldn't be delivered in time. It's hard being a puppet. Believe me, I know, and I do know. Next, we invited the acclaimed and legendary artist and illustrator Leonardo da Vinci. We were so excited about him because if you know his work, he's extremely accurate with historical detail. Curiously, we never heard back from him. I don't know. So lastly, we decided why not go for a children's book icon? So we asked our beloved Olivia the Pig. If you can't get one diva pig, get another one. But I have some surprising news. It turns out she's not real, only a character. I know. I suppose it's a true testament to the power of the characters we create in children's books that make them so very real to us. And no wonder she doesn't get wrinkles or driver's permit, anything like that. And since it turns out there is no accounting firm of Eeyore, Piglet, and Pooh, which somehow I missed, I will just tell you that all the award guidelines and rules are posted on the SCBWI website for all to see. So those of you SCBWI members who have eligible books to submit for the 2027 awards, please submit your books. We really, really want you to be able to do that with books that you have worked on so very hard and we need to see, and the world needs to see. And now, it's on to this year's awards. We begin with the Sid Fleischman Award for Humor. And this award was inaugurated in 2003, created by SCBWI in honor of Newbery and Golden Kite winning author Sid Fleischman. The Sid Fleischman Award is given to books that exemplify excellence in the genre of humor, which, as writers and illustrators know, is exceedingly difficult to do. And oh my goodness, we need humor now more than ever. And so here to present the 2026 Sid Fleischman Award for Humor is, again, the magnificent Sarah Baker.
Just kidding. I'm back. Hi. I am so happy to be presenting the Sid Fleischman Humor Award, which, as Laurent said, recognizes excellence in humorous writing for children and young adults. And the award highlights books that feature exceptional, witty, and engaging humor. So the nominees for the Sid Fleischman Award are Never Take Your Rhino on a Plane, written by K.E. Lewis, illustrated by Isabel Rojas. This laugh out loud rhyming picture book chronicles the over-the-top antics of an adorable blue rhino, there he is, and his favorite boy. Isabel Rojas's bold, playful illustrations burst with color and movement, perfectly capturing the humor, chaos, and heart of the story while elevating every comedic beat. Also, Catnip Mouse, written and illustrated by A.J. Smith. Vera the cat is happily playing alone with her catnip mouse when Gip the dog desperately tries to join the fun, but accidentally destroys the toy. Gip decides to make his wand the new toy and offers some fantastically silly wordplay. Next, Big Changes for Plum, written and illustrated by Matt Phelan. This is the final book in this hilarious series about the adventures of a charming, funny peacock named Plum. It's filled with equal parts heart, hope, and hilarity. And Turkeys in Disguise, written by Cynthia Platt, illustrated by Josh Cleland. In this hilarious and fun read aloud, a group of kids get crafty and decide to save the Thanksgiving Day turkeys by coming up with creative and silly disguises for their feathered friends. If all the finalists could join me on the stage. Welcome. Thanks for being here. All of you guys are winners, like we've said, but good luck. And the honor book goes to, drum roll, but I'm not going to do it because it'll shake my camera. Big Changes for Plum, written and illustrated by Matt Phelan. Congratulations. Matt, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I would like to thank Martha Mihalik, Sylvie LaFlock, and Virginia Duncan at Green Willow, and my agent Rebecca Sherman at Writers House, who always believed in Plum. And I also want to thank everybody who was nominated and everybody out there who's writing funny books, because we need them. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. All right, we're all back again. Okay, the Sid Fleischman Award goes to Never Take Your Rhino on a Plane, written by K.E. Lewis and illustrated by Isabel Rojas. Congratulations. K.E., would you like to say some words?
Sure, I would love to say some words. So this is super exciting. Thank you to SCBWI, the Sid Fleischman Award Committee. Thank you to all my fellow humor writers. It's just super exciting to be celebrating humor in this moment. I want to thank Isabel for her wonderful illustrations and just dedicate this to Black children everywhere to celebrate joy in times when they usually are either looked down upon or frowned upon, or somebody suspects they are up to no good because they are laughing. And it's the reason why I write humor. So I just want to thank everybody for their efforts, and also thank Kate Feldman, who was the acquiring editor on the project, who thought having a pet rhinoceros, whether fiction or not, was a reasonable, employable idea. So I just want to thank everybody and thank you for the award. I'm super excited and thank you for having me.
Katie, thank you so much for sharing that message. It's absolutely beautiful. And congratulations, everyone. Congratulations, Katie and Isabel. And next up is the award for picture book text.
Hello and hello again. As you can see, we're already off to an amazing start. It's the most phenomenal thing about these awards, of course, is hearing the speeches, hearing what the winners have to say about what they created. It's very touching and meaningful. So now we're on to the Picture Book Text Award. And to present the Picture Book Text Award, I'd like to bring to the stage Diane White and Patricia Tanamiharta. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad to be here tonight to announce the nominees for the picture book text for the Golden Kite. And I will begin with, are we going to bring up the, great. Okay, so it's my great pleasure to read the finalists for the Picture Book Text Golden Kite Award. And we begin with We Go Slow, published by Athenaeum, written by Mariah Dessa Ekaritali, and illustrated by Aaron Becker. We Go Slow is a soul-filling and welcoming invitation to readers of all ages to slow down, find delight in their everyday routines, and discover wonder in a familiar world. With beautiful language, including skillful use of alliteration, internal rhyme, repetition, and images rich with sensory details, We Go Slow is a delight to read aloud. Gather Grateful, published by Candlewick, written by Megan Litwin and illustrated by Alexandra Finkelday. captures the warmth, welcome, and colorful seasonal scenes in this lyrical ode to autumn, celebrating community and gratitude. As animals and families gather together to share food, shelter, and comfort, Litwin's flawless rhyming text offers a fresh approach to the arrival of fall and the celebration of Thanksgiving. The History of We, published by Colquilla, written and illustrated by Nicholas Smith, is an emotionally rich chronology of humanity's shared beginnings on the African continent. From the development of language and stories to music, invention, exploration, and creative expression, short poetic paragraphs remind readers of the many ways each of us stands on the shoulders of all those who came before us. An author's note and timeline adds context and archaeological background to our shared history. And Pat will continue.
Hello, everyone. So the next finalist is Another Word for Neighbor, written by Angela Pham Krantz and illustrated by Tai Weifong. And it's published by HarperCollins. Another Word for Neighbor is a heartwarming story of community and connection. Krantz introduces readers to the elderly and mostly ornery Han, whose quiet and predictable life is upended when youngsters Kate and Ollie move in next door. Presented in a fun mix of speech bubbles and narrative prose, Krantz's story seamlessly juxtaposes loss and grief with the joy of new, meaningful connections. A witty and charming tale brimming with emotional depth. The next finalist, Fireworks by Matthew Burgess, embraces the joy of a sweltering summer day, the whoops and woohoos of children splashing in the cool spray of a fire hydrant, munching on juicy red wedges of watermelon, and climbing up, up, up to the rooftop to wait for the pop, pop, pop of a thrilling fireworks display. Spare, fresh, onomatopoetic language begs young listeners to join in the read aloud from the story's beginning to its beautiful, resonant conclusion. And now, will the finalists please join us on stage? So, and the honor book is Fireworks by Matthew Burgess and illustrated by Katia Chien. Unfortunately, Matthew could not be here with us today, but he did send us this video with his remarks.
Hello, welcome to my kitchen. I am sorry I can't be with you tonight. I want to say thank you, first of all, to SCBWI and to the members of the committee especially. I know how much time and attention goes into this process, and I'm very honored to be included in this amazing company. Thank you to my agent, Erica Silverman. Thank you to Mabel Zhu, our first editor, who was the one who recognized right away that all of the small moments of the summer day were also fireworks. And then to Kate O'Sullivan, who came aboard with such grace and brought it home. I especially want to thank, though, Katu Chen, who feels the words with her exquisite sensitivity and then translates them into these images that are so radiant and full of life and just like capture all of those sensations that the words were meant to express. It's amazing to watch you create and to collaborate together. I also want to thank the other amazing writers in this category, Akere, Nicholas, Megan, Angela, and say thank you for doing what you do and making what you make. We are being confronted with such violence and deliberate cruelty in the world today. And of course, the kids are seeing it too. And I think it's might sound grandiose, but I think that picture books, I see them as sanctuaries of light and warmth and wonder and like antidotes in a way. And so I want to thank all of you in this community for doing what you do and making the books that you make with such heart and determination. Let's make more light. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Matthew, for that lovely note to send us off. And now I would like to announce the winner for picture book text, Mariah Dessa Ekaritali. Would you like to say a few words? And
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm stunned. This is a huge surprise. Oh wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, SCBWI. I've been sick all week. You can probably hear in my voice. And wow, this is a huge surprise. I would like to definitely thank SCBWI, obviously, for this huge privilege. I would like to dedicate the award to the memory of my father, John Thomas Talley, who passed away April 15th, 2024. And I truly hope that wherever you are, Daddy, you're seeing this. I want to thank my family, Dominique, my amazing husband, my daughters, Joy, Shanti, Serena, and Indigo, who inspire a lot of this work. I'd like to thank my mom, Jewel Talley, my mother-in-law, Mariette Tonin. I want to thank my amazing editor, Feather Flores. I'm so thankful for the care that she showed with this work, the gentleness, the encouragement, all of that. Thank you, Feather, for that. And I want to thank my agent, Jennifer Lafren, for her encouragement and her care and her pushes and nudges when I need them. And wow, I want to thank the children's book community, like everyone in the room, all of you out there, readers, educators, librarians. Thank you so much for the work that you do. We are not anyone without you. And thank you for putting our books in the hands of children. As Matthew said, we can't take anything for granted. We don't take the work that we do for granted. We don't take the fact that we have audiences for granted. I was saying to my husband earlier, as a person who comes from formerly enslaved people, knowing that it was punishable by death to read and punishable by death to write, I take my responsibility as a writer extremely seriously. And I thank every last one of you for being here and appreciating what I do. And bans off our books and ICE out. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. This means the world.
Thank you so much, Mariah Dessa. And we thank all of our nominees. And we're now on to our next award for picture book illustration.
Wow. That was so meaningful. And so now we will move on to the Picture Book Illustration Award, which is very near and dear to my heart. Picture book illustration is the unfiltered way a child can interpret a story and really step into it in their own ways. And so I think that all of the finalists in this category have created pure magic. And so please welcome to the stage the judges and presenters for the Picture Book Illustration Award, Amy Hebron and Azadeh Westergaard. Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
We have one more judge, which is Jing Sung, but she's not here in person, but in spirit, she's here. And we had so much fun looking at your beautiful books. It was really just a dream to get these boxes and boxes of books. So let's go on to the honorees. Our first finalist is Catnap, written and illustrated by Brian Leese. This story of a kitten chasing a mouse through a wall hanging carries us through the history of art. From meticulously recreated Egyptian carvings to illuminated manuscripts, Brian Lee's wildly original art uses mixed media, including oil, gold leaf, colored glass, and twine.
The second finalist is Fireworks, illustrated by Katia Chin and written by Matthew Burgess. With Katia's playful mixed media illustrations, Fireworks beautifully brings to life the childhood joy and anticipation of a much-loved summer pastime. The third finalist is The History of We, written and illustrated by Nicholas Smith. This stunning book depicts the journey of humankind with gorgeous acrylic on-canvas illustrations that are both realistic and fantastical, emotional and alive.
The fourth finalist is Our Lake, written and illustrated by Angie Kang. Our Lake is a moving meditation on grief and memory as two brothers return to a cherished lake without their father. Angie Kang's luminous mixed media art, created with gouache, colored pencil, and crayon, brings this tender story to life. And our fifth finalist is When Alexander Graced the Table, illustrated by Frank Morrison and written by Alexander Smalls and Deneen Miller. This book is a loving homage to tradition and shared family meals. Frank Morrison's masterful oil paintings with their warm, celebratory pops of color evoke the happiness of home and comfort of tradition.
And with that, will the finalists please join us on stage? Yay. Congrats to everyone on your beautiful work. The honor book for Picture Book Illustration is Fireworks, illustrated by Katia Chen and written by Matthew Burgess. Congrats, Katia. She unfortunately is not able to be here this evening, but we give her a big congratulations for her beautiful book.
Congratulations to Katia. And now on to the winner of the Golden Kite for Picture Book Illustration. It's When Alexander Graced the Table, illustrated by Frank Morrison and written by Alexander Smalls and Deneen Miller. But I don't, is Frank here?
It looks
So
like
I think
not.
Frank's not here either. So they're here in spirit. Congratulations to you all. You beautiful work. It was just an absolute honor looking at your work.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we are live, so which makes it exciting and fun as well. So now we move on to the nonfiction text for younger readers category and the nonfiction text for older readers. And these are stories, well, these are books that can change lives in different ways. So I'd like to introduce the nonfiction text for younger readers and nonfiction text for older readers presenter, Pamela Turner. Hello, Pamela.
Hi. Thank you so much. Why is it not?
I mentioned we were live. Okay, there we go. All right, enjoy.
There we go. Thank you, Laurent. Appreciate it. All right, we're here with the nonfiction for younger readers. And the finalists for the nonfiction for younger readers are Some of Us, A Story of Citizenship in the United States by Rajani LaRocca, illustrated by Hoi Van Lee. This beautifully rendered, joyous, and timely work captures the process of becoming a U.S. citizen. The story is at once personal and universal, spanning a range of experiences that share a common American heart. One Girl's Voice, How Lucy Stone Helped Change the Law of the Land by Vivian Kirkfield, illustrated by Rebecca Gibson. Lucy Stone's voice rings like a bell through this uplifting story of an irrepressible girl who would not be silenced and grew up to become an abolitionist and advocate for women's rights. Magic in a Drop of Water, How Ruth Patrick Taught the World About Water Pollution by Julie Winterbottom, illustrated by Susan Reagan. In this biography of a scientist and environmentalist, a childhood fascination with the natural world becomes the catalyst for a life dedicated to discovering not only the connections between all living things, but how to heal those connections in a human-impacted world. Over and Under the Coral Reef by Kate Messner, illustrated by Christopher Silas Neal. Simple but never simplistic, this lyrical, in-the-moment story follows a boy and his father on a snorkel along a Caribbean coral reef, delighting not only in the large and the small, the odd and the beautiful, but also the relationships between them. Poo Pile on the Prairie by Amy Hevron. This charming and engaging work focuses on the cycles of change and renewal over the course of a year in the life, and it is indeed full of life, of a buffalo patty. The links between creatures large and small, between plants, fungi, and animals, are beautifully illustrated in the celebration of the wonders resting quietly at our feet. Okay. Will the finalists please join us on stage? Okay. And the honor book is One Girl's Voice, How Lucy Stone Helped Change the Law of the Land by Vivian Kirkfield and illustrated by Rebecca Gibbon. Vivian, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you. It is an honor, and I'm honored to be living my dream and be able to write about people like Lucy Stone and maybe encourage young children to also make their voices heard. And great thanks to SCBWI, to my editor, Carolyn Yoder. She's amazing. And all my critique buddies, my agent, on and on and on. But it does take a village. So thank you. And I hope the book gets into the hands of so many children who will find their voices too.
Turning my video on. Okay. Thank you, Vivian. Sorry for the delay. Will all the finalists rejoin us on stage? Okay. Then the winner for nonfiction for younger readers is Some of Us, a story of citizenship in the United States by Rajani LaRocca and illustrated by Hoi Van Lee. Rajani, would you like to say a few words?
Wow, thank you so much. First of all, congratulations to all the fellow finalists. Your books are all amazing, and I am honored to be among you. Thank you to SCBWI, and thank you to the Golden Kite Committee for this incredible honor. Thank you to Jessica Anderson, everyone at Christy Ottaviano Books, and Little Brown for publishing this book. I'm eternally grateful for Hoi Van Lee and her amazing, poignant, and beautiful illustrations. This book was written from a place of joy as an immigrant and a naturalized citizen. Everyone involved in making this book is an immigrant and a naturalized citizen. I wrote it to celebrate all the people who come from all over the world and enrich our country with their culture and their hard work and their talents. And I was overwhelmed to learn that it would be published in the setting in which we find ourselves now, when these immigrants are being demonized and there's violence in our streets. But I feel that this story is more important than ever right now, and I'm so grateful it's out in the world. So I'm dedicating this book to all of us in this country who recognize that almost all of our families came from some other country once upon a time, and who love our neighbors and who want to keep this country free for everyone, and who believe in the Constitution that we all pledge to when we become naturalized citizens. Thank you again for this incredible honor. Thank you.
Pam, can you unmute yourself? There you go. Can you repeat it, Pam? We didn't hear you. You were muted.
Yeah, I said that we are now on to the nonfiction for older readers. If we could give a thumbs up to our readers, to our winners in the chat. And I think we're waiting for our video to introduce the next category.
Well, Pam, we can't hear you. Why don't we bring the finalists to the stage then? Okay, so give me a second here. Finalists. Welcome, finalists. So the honor winner for this category, nonfiction text for older readers, the honor winner is Nicholas Day. Congratulations, Nicholas.
No. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so delighted to hear that.
Congratulations, Nicholas. We'd love to hear a few words from you.
Thank you so much. This was not on my bingo card of things I was expecting to happen today. I was so confident that I prepared almost nothing. But I'd like to thank the Academy. You know, I guess I would like to say that this is a very, very meaningful award to be recognized with, to receive the honor of this, because all of you have engaged with it as people in this world, and it means a lot that you paid attention to it and you saw something in it. I guess I would also add that this is a book sort of about a volcano setting a world on fire, and we may feel now that we're living in a world that's on fire, and there's too much to pay attention to at any given moment. And I guess I want to thank you for taking a second to pay attention to what this book has to say about the world that we're all swimming in. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you so much. And now the winner of the Golden Kite for nonfiction text for older readers is Anne Bossum.
Yes.
Congratulations, Anne.
Wow. Well, thank you. Hopefully you can hear me. Thank you all. And I did not expect that, because there are so many amazing books published this year. The 4 other finalists have all written books I deeply admire, and just to be in your company was an honor, and to win is truly unexpected and appreciated. I appreciate the work of the committee. We've all judged these things before, and we know how much heart and soul goes into reading books, not just once, but sometimes more than once, to try to come to a decision. But this book is a creation of essentially my whole life and the experiences I had growing up in the South in the 1960s and 70s, being taught inaccurate history because of the Lost Cause and its efforts to distort our understanding of the past in order to maintain white supremacy in this country. I didn't expect the book to be as relevant as it was during the 5 years that I was working on it, but it's been very heartening to have it out in the public and being so appreciated and well received wherever I go, north, south, east, and west, and talk about it. I'm extremely grateful to my editor, Hannah Mann at Writers House, who sold the book, and Emily Feinberg, who snatched it up as fast as could be. And she and Roaring Brook took the best of care of me and of this book. And I'm just so grateful and honored to be able to stand here representing all of them. But I'd also like to thank family, my parents who aren't with us anymore, but who helped me gain the confidence to be brave, even when that wasn't the most popular thing to do, and to question the truth if it didn't seem like it, or the facts or what I was being told, if it didn't seem like it was valid. And my children, who helped me rekindle a love of children's literature by reading to them, and SCBWI, that helped me learn how to become an author myself so many years ago. So thank you to the organization and to all the readers out there who are brave enough to pick up any of the books that are being commended tonight, especially those that are testing us to think beyond our current knowledge and grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne, and thank you to all of our finalists. And thank you for your patience, for everyone. We're so sorry that Pamela had internet difficulties and wasn't able to finish presenting. We are running a bit ahead of schedule. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break and come back here at 5:10 Pacific time for the next award presentation, which is the Middle Grade Fiction Awards. So we will see you in a few minutes. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. Did I mention we were live? Well, as you can see, we truly are live. Thank you all for your patience and hope you had a good little break. Got something fun to eat or whatever you want to do. So now we're going to continue with the awards, and the next category is for middle grade fiction. And I'm so excited about this. These are such fun books. So please come to the stage, Ernesto Cisneros, who is our presenter for this category. Welcome, Ernesto.
Hello, everybody. First of all, I just want to start by saying what an amazing honor was to be on this award committee. I have never read so many amazing books in my life, and oh my goodness, it was a wonderful experience all the way around. Okay, and so first I'd like to go ahead and read some of the finalists here. So the first book is Away. By Megan E. Freeman, a gripping sequel with a compelling mystery that stands firmly on its own while thoughtfully expanding the world of Alone. Another one of the finalists was Schooled by Jamie Sumner. Set in an unconventional school environment, this novel beautifully captures how curiosity, compassion, and the unexpected friendships we make can help us find our way back to the world after great loss. Another one of the finalists was Rick Cotoni's $400 Million Summer. And this book was, again, just amazing too. With humor and heart, this heartfelt coming-of-age story explores the pull of ambition and the quiet power of family, friendship, and tradition. Another one of our finalists was Once for Yes. And that one is by Allie Millington. This heartfelt novel celebrates the healing power of community and the enduring love that holds us together even in times of change. And the final one of our finalists was Gabby Torres Gets a Million Followers. And that one is by Angela Dominguez. Gabby Torres Gets a Million Followers is a laugh out loud, big-hearted series about friendship, confidence, and finding your voice, both on and offline. All right. And so now the moment is here. Can I please have the finalists come on stage? All right, here we go with, and the honor book is Gabby Torres Gets a Billion Followers by Angela Dominguez. Angela, would you like to say a few words?
I would love to. Thank you so much. I'm absolutely thrilled. I've judged one of these awards before, and I know how overwhelming it is to get a huge stack of books delivered to your home and to select only one winner. So I'm truly blown away and so grateful for this. And I want to celebrate the other nominees for their amazing work. And I can't wait to dive into your books and see what you do next. A little bit about Gabby. She's a spinoff of my Stella Diaz series, and a character came to me when I was sort of at a crossroads. I spent 10 years working on Stella, and I was a little lost and a little sad when I was wrapping up that series, and I didn't know what to do next. But then I started writing about Gabby in the 5th book, and a little voice came to me and whispered, "What if I write a series about her?" And I approached my editor, Connie, and she said, "I love it. What if you did a graphic novel?" And I was equally terrified and thrilled at the idea of doing my first graphic novel. But I pushed the fear aside and I said, "Sure, Connie," and I got to work. And now 4 years later, I'm working on book 4 and having a blast. And it brings me so much joy to be working on this series. And there's just so many people I have to thank, and I don't have time to thank everyone, but I do want to thank my team at Macmillan and Roaring Brook. Thank you, Connie, for always pushing me and challenging me. I love our chats, and we laugh so much that it hardly feels like work sometimes. I also want to thank Miko and Molly and Kirk and everyone in publicity and my agent, Linda Pratt, and my fiance, Kyle, for his endless support and patience. my mom for always being my #1 cheerleader, my dog for being adorable, and to the SCBWI, of course, who helped me launch my career back in 2008. And finally, all the teachers and librarians who help get our books in front of readers. You are the reason that we get to do what we do. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Angela. Before I announce the winner, I just want to reiterate a little bit how amazing all these books were, especially the finalists, and it was such an incredibly tough. It's so close and so just the books were amazing. Sorry. So here we go. Without any further ado, the winner for the middle grade fiction is Once for Yes by Allie Millington.
Yay.
Allie, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, I would love to. Wow, I really was not expecting that at all, but I am just so honored to be here amongst such amazing authors in this wonderful category of middle grade, which I might be biased. Sorry, my dog. She's excited for this win. But yeah, I just love this category so much. The community of Kidlit in general has just been so supportive and kind. So I'm just really thankful to be here with you all. And there's a quote in Once for Yes that I wanted to share, which is, it goes, "People think using your imagination isn't serious, but it's one of the most serious things you can do." And I'm thankful to be a part of this group that believes that too, believes in building empathy and kindness through books, and believes in the beauty of never quite giving up. And Once for Yes, at its core, is about community and taking care of one another and fighting for a place where we all belong. And I truly feel like that's what the Kidlit space is. It's a place that welcomes people, it shelters people, and it's a home. So I just wanted to thank SCBWI for being that home for me and for so many readers. And I also wanted to thank my agent and my publishers at Macmillan, and my family and friends, just for taking my imagination as seriously as I do. So thank you so much. I'm really honored by this.
Congratulations to everybody. And again, reading your books was like a master's class on how to write for middle grade. So you guys were all phenomenal. And our next award is the Illustrated Older Reader.
Hello, and again, this is so special to hear what everyone has to say about how they created and crafted their books. So much goes into it, and it takes a community, and it's a wonderful opportunity to get a peek behind the book with these awards. And so now we will move on to the Illustrated Older Reader category, and I'd like to introduce two of the judges, Jonathan Roth and Bethany Murguia, to come on stage to present this next category. Hello and welcome.
Hello. Thank you, Laurent. It's been a joy and an honor to judge this category along with Jonathan and our other judge, Joanna Kakeo, who couldn't be here today. So first up, let's talk about Lou and Wren's Guide to Geozoology by Angela Shea, published by Quill Tree Books. This graphic novel welcomes readers into a visually stunning and imaginative world of geofauna and adventure. We were enchanted by Angela's painterly illustrations and fantastically original landscapes in this multi-generational story of friendship.
All right, and the next finalist is Song of a Blackbird by Maria von Lieshout, published by First Second. This graphic novel, fictionalized but based on author's family history, takes us back and forth from 1943 to 2011, portraying the risky life of brave but ordinary young citizens who choose to join the Dutch resistance. We were drawn into this compelling tale of heartbreak and hope by Maria's stunning use of simple and powerful graphics, colors, textures, and archival photographs.
And now Fresh Start by Gail Galligan, published by Scholastic Graphics. This manga-inspired graphic novel brings expressive, humorous, and endearing characters to life as they navigate new beginnings in the highs and lows of middle school. Gail's pitch-perfect facial expressions, dynamic drawing, and comic pacing charmed us in this story about belonging and identity.
North for the Winter by Bobby Podesta, published by First Second. This graphic novel about a girl in 1955 who sees a flying reindeer made us feel like that we had rediscovered a heartwarming classic. Bobby's expressive characters, period details, and muted but beautiful color palette drew us into this fun and touching holiday tale that we're sure will be with us for many seasons to come.
And Haunted USA, Spine-Tingling Stories from All 50 States by Heather Alexander, illustrated by Sam Calda, published by Wide Eyed Editions. This anthology of the supernatural features spooky tales from around the country. We were captivated by Sam's gorgeous pencil illustrations filled with ghosts, goblins, and the macabre that perfectly set the mood for the entire collection of stories. And now will the finalists please join us on stage? Okay, everyone is here. So the honor book is Lou and Ren's Guide to Geozoology by Angela Shea. Congratulations to Angela, who couldn't be here, but she did send us a short video.
It's an incredible honor to receive this recognition, especially for a debut book. Thank you to the SCBWI Golden Kite Committee for choosing Lou and Ren's Guide to Geozoology for this award. It's truly a team effort to make a graphic novel. I'd like to thank the team that helped bring this book into being. Editors Karen, Selena, and Rosemary, designers Kathy, Celeste, and Joel, my agent Jen, and all the other folks who helped shape and shepherd this story. I owe so much to the support of my friends and peers, Mithra, MJ, Irene, Jess, Abby, Brigida, Joey, Bren, and so many more people that to list them entirely would take longer than the 2 minutes I was given to make remarks. To my family too, my parents, and especially my grandma, who will not understand a word of this, but I promise I'll translate this part for her. I am incredibly fortunate to be able to do what I do. I'm free to write and draw and create the way that I want to because I do not want for food, for safety, or a warm place to sleep at night. It goes without saying that not everyone is so fortunate. I'd like to think that it also goes without saying that we have an obligation to do what we can through both our words and our actions so that those who weren't afforded the same advantages may get the chance to live and thrive. I will be donating half my winnings to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund and the rest to local mutual aid groups. Thank you again for this honor.
Okay, thank you, Angela. And now the winner of this category goes to Song of a Blackbird by Maria von Lieshout. Maria, would you like to say a few words?
Wow. Thank you so much. First of all, thank you to the committee, but I also really want to express my gratitude to SCBWI. I became a member of SCBWI 25 years ago, not long after I came to this country. So I was very much a foreigner, and even navigating life was still difficult, but navigating the children's book world was especially very difficult. But SCBWI gave me a roadmap. They gave me the tools to figure out how to navigate this world and to go about the daunting task of reaching out to publishers and pitching them with stories. More importantly, SCBWI provided me with community. I met my agent 25 years ago at an SCBWI conference. I met my critique group 25 years ago at an SCBWI event. And they are still my critique group 25 years later, and we still meet twice a month. And I met my current editor, Mark Siegel, at an SCBWI conference 20 years ago and stayed in touch. And he is actually my editor on Song of a Blackbird. So for me, it's such a full circle moment to be here and to be recognized by SCBWI, because I truly believe that if it wasn't for SCBWI, I may not be part of this business, and this book may not exist. So I am so proud and so grateful. And I also want to mention that I believe that writers and illustrators and book people are the carriers of light during a time when that is not always easy to do so. And but it is incredibly important to keep carrying our light. So my friends at SCBWI and all pre-published and published writers and illustrators and book people out there, let's keep carrying that light. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Maria. Congratulations to everyone. And we're going to go to our next category, which is young adult fiction.
Okay, and now we have our final category of the awards ceremony, the young adult category. And we are so excited about these books as well. And so I'd like to present the presenters of the young adult category, Melanie Sumrow and Suja Sukumar. Please come on stage. We're very excited that you're here.
Thank you, Laurent. Along with Suja and I, Mackenzie Lee was our third judge, but unfortunately she could not be here tonight. We read so many amazing YA books, and we are proud to share these 5 finalists. Song of a Blackbird by Maria van Lieshout. In this beautiful graphic novel, Maria van Lieshout weaves a tale about family, courage, and the power of art. Deeply personal, yet universal, Song of a Blackbird sheds light on an untold World War II story and sends a powerful message about compassion and resistance. Island Creatures by Margarita Engel. In this inspiring and luminous love story told in verse, Margarita Engel tells a tale of childhood friends, once lost and now reconnected, and their fight to protect endangered animals. This book thoughtfully explores themes of assault, feminism, climate change, censorship, and immigration. Exquisite Things by Abdi Nazamian. Spanning 130 years of love and longing, Abdi Nazamian gives us a tale of immortal beloveds searching for their perfect place and time. This book is a vibrant testament to the beauty of being alive, a celebration of queer love and community, and a reminder that behind every tragedy, there can be something exquisite. Suja?
The next one would be King of the New Rivers by Idris Goodwin. In this joyful novel in verse, Idris Goodwin tells the story of a Black teen with ADHD who finds self-expression and first love during one epic summer school season. This book takes a powerful look at the challenges of being neurodivergent and the main character's journey to self-acceptance. The Weaver Bride by Lydia Grigovich. A sweeping fantasy about a witch who must navigate a ruthless marriage competition. Part twisting mystery, part romance, Lydia Grigovich gives the reader an unputdownable romantasy steeped in a lush, magical world that exemplifies the very best of what the genre can be.
Will the finalists please join me on stage? There they are. Thank you all for your wonderful books. And the honor book goes to Margarita Engel for Island Creatures. Margarita, would you like to say a few words?
Oh, thank you so much. I'm just so grateful. The characters Vida and Adan came to me as fully formed, complex individuals who wouldn't let me rest until I'd written their love story. And I knew that I wanted them to be brave and generous. Zoos in hurricane zones are never evacuated, and human volunteers have to stay with the animals. So even though there are so many other topics in this book, feminism, wildlife rescue, levitation, nonviolence, baseball, photography, and freedom of expression all play roles in the story, the main focus is love and courage. And that's because no matter how many challenges people face, we're human, and at any age we fall in love, and many of us do our best to try to right wrongs. So all my verse novels are about hope, and all are written in honor of peacemakers, and all are inspired by my childhood and adult visits to my mother's homeland of Cuba, where I fell in love with tropical nature and developed a bond with the extended family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Margarita. Let me just close it. I'm sorry. The winner for young adult is Song of a Blackbird by Maria Van Lieshout.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Maria, would you like to speak?
Yes, I would like to say something. And what I would like to say is that, you know, I just mentioned that I joined SCBWI 25 years ago, and that's a long time. And I think when you're unpublished, pre-published, or just published, it can be overwhelming to watch these award shows because you think, oh my goodness, these people all have agents and editors and audiences, and they're winning awards, and will I ever get there? And I just want to remind people that I did not start out this way. When I joined SCBWI 25 years ago, I knew nothing about the children's book industry, but SCBWI taught me everything I needed to know to become knowledgeable about how to approach publishers and how to go about it. They gave me the community I needed to make that happen, and the confidence to actually live that truth. And so if you are truly serious about art and about stories, and if you truly love stories and reading and kids, and you believe in writing for kids, and you stick with it, it will happen. It will happen for you. So that's just what I wanted to remind people of. And thank you so much. I am so grateful.
Thank you, and congratulations, everyone. Laurent, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. And so, as you can see, not only do we have many SCBWI success stories with our award winners, but also, more importantly, we have stories that will change the world, and I'm sure are changing the world right now. Deeply meaningful, deeply needed. These stories are incredibly needed in the world, and we are so grateful for all of the honorees and winners for giving the world their stories and their books. So congratulations to all. Two last things, please visit the SCBWI bookstore where all of the winning and finalist books can be found. It's easy, just click on the pop-up below and you'll be taken there to the bookshop.org SCBWI bookstore. And for SCBWI members, we have a special treat for you, which is the virtual after party. It goes from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Only SCBWI members can attend. And after a short video, members will be taken to a reception and simply just click on the lounge button at the top, go to the lounge button at the top of the screen and you'll be taken there. Lastly, I just want to say that organizing the submissions, inviting the judges, and orchestrating all aspects of these awards takes an enormous amount of effort. So thank you sincerely and deeply to the full SCBWI staff and all those who contributed their time and talents to make these important awards a reality. And so now, go be inspired, and please share your stories with us because we need them. as does the world. Thank you very much.